hello and welcome to the Angry Football Podcast. I'm Ronan,
I'm Adam.
and today we're broadcasting from Montpellier, and we seriously got our travel arrangements mixed up because there's no football being played here for the next month and a half.
Where are the Euros? I was expecting to see football. It's like nobody here.
I think we got a game of five-a-side going with some local lads, and they comprehensively beat us because we were 2 and they were 5, and they were also infinitely better than us.
Quite embarrassing considering Montpellier is a rugby town.
Yes, I'm glad they didn't ask to play rugby. I think we would have suffered more if that had happened. So
we'll just watch them play rugby.
Yes, we'll let them do that. But anyway, the Euros are here. It's finally kicked off. There's all the group matches bar one have had some action, and it's been all right.
I guess it's been dreadful. It's been
nothing exciting. It's very cautious play.
Very cautious, very tactical, very slow. There's been no really exciting games. I suppose you kind of expect that from the opening game. So nobody really. The main thing with teams when they're looking at their opening game is okay, just don't lose, don't get off to a losing start. But once you get to the second and third games, things are actually at stake and the pressure is on to genuinely get a result. Then you'll see things opening up. I think.
And so there's been more action off the pitch than on the pitch.
Yes,
these
England, Russian fans, we're looking at you.
Anyway, it's odd because there's more England fans there than have tickets, and it's the same with Irish fans. So they're just there to soak up the atmosphere. But there's a lot of them that are just sitting around all day waiting for the match to come on, and so that they're it's like getting a little antsy. But the Russian fans apparently have been seeking out English fans for trouble. So I think it's fair to shift a lot. Well, not all of, but 52% of the blame that way. So you're more than half. And then, of course, you've elements of I've heard that there's local gangs involved, and they're just seeking out anyone who isn't them to cause trouble with.
I also have heard that there was a lot of England fans kind of provoking the locals, singing songs about surrendering and cheering the Romanians when they scored and generally just throwing furniture at people.
That was after they'd been attacked the first day though, that they started cheering for Romania in the France match. So I think that was more brought upon themselves, but a complicated issue that most England fans are presumably well behaved, but small sections. Small sections ruining it for everyone else.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get down to business and talk about the beautiful, beautiful football. Too many beautifuls there, wasn't there?
Which match was this now?
None of them, in fairness. This is on spec. The net quality of the tournament will sum up to beautiful, beautiful, as opposed to just mediocre and average and cautious.
Well, I hope so. I think there is potential there. There are some good teams. The team that probably impressed me the most and the team I enjoyed watching the most in the opening round of fixtures was probably Wales.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well. Wales didn't seem to be afraid to get forward at any times. It was Slovakia that they were playing?
They were playing Slovakia.
Yeah. I realised earlier in the week I kept saying Slovenia. It's not my fault. The flags are exceptionally similar.
Yeah.
So, Slovenia and Slovakia, sort yourselves out.
The thing is with Wales is they have a very definite way of playing. They know exactly how they want to play. Everyone in the team kind of knows their job. Yeah,
they played 3 men at the back.
3 at the back, and 2 wing backs.
They're very dynamic. Chris Gunther typically would play right back, but you see him very far up the field. So it's a very attacking mentality, but they have that solid 3 men at the back to facilitate that.
Yeah.
And everyone tracks back. A lot of the time you're seeing Slovakia whipping crosses, and you'd be seeing Gareth Bale not playing really defensively, knocking the headers out and protecting the goal.
Yeah. That's the thing. When Wales had possession, they'd really spread out and stretch the game. The 3 centre backs would really spread out. The wing backs would get forward. You'd have the 2 central midfielders in front of them, so they'd be really spread out and stretching the opposition. But they'd always have lots of options for the pass. Mm-hmm. And then you with them up front, you kind of play with 2 kind of false number 9s up front, and
Bale kind of has a free form, so he just goes wherever he wants.
Same with Ramsey. Like the two of them were just kind of given license to just kind of cause some damage and just generally wreck Slovakia's shit up front.
That did work against Wales, I thought, in the first 10 minutes. It was Ramsey and Bale who were losing most of the possession, and it was Hamšík. Hamšík gave him the ball, and he very nearly put Slovakia ahead, if not for a wonderful goal line clearance from Ben Davies.
Yeah.
And I think that shows there was good defensive cohesion in the Welsh team, is that you could see one of the centre halves went out to Hamšík, as did the goalkeeper. Davies saw this. He didn't get drawn in. He looped back around to make sure someone was covering the goal line. I think it further proves your point. Wales are very aware of the system that they have to play, and everyone knows what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, and another thing I noticed when Wales did lose possession, everyone would kind of fall back into the penalty area, and with like the 3-man defence and the midfield all falling back, so it made the penalty area very congested, and the Slovakians could not find a way through. Like no matter what, they just tried to play the way through, but it was just like running into a wall.
Yeah.
So of Welsh players the whole time, and they really hard to break down.
So Wales did deserve their win, like a great free kick from Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
And so you saw that the keeper had taken a step to the right and hit it very good timing, hit it exactly when the keeper could not recover. And then Hal Robson Kanu sort of just shuffling the ball into the net, but a goal's a goal, and he was very delighted with himself.
Yeah, I've gone back to Gareth Bale's free kick there. I think it was a really clever free kick, because when you're taking a free kick from that position, Bale with his left foot, you're expecting it to kind of curl into the corner, trying to curl it into the keeper's left corner, and I think the keeper was expecting that because he was moving that way. But when Bale hit it, it was really just like very straight. There was like very little bend on it. I think that's what caught out the keeper. Like he was wrong-footed, and it was very clever free kick.
I think it's interesting. You look at Slovakia and Wales, you could almost say, that they're one-player teams. Well, so with Bale and Hamšík, but you see that Wales definitely know that Bale's their best player, and Aaron Ramsey's quite high profile as well.
Star men,
but they still function as a team, and it's not really just give the ball to Hamšík or give the ball to Gareth.
Yeah. And there are plenty of good players in there, and I think they all complement each other really well. Like I think each player kind of thrives in the system. Like Joe Allen, for example, is a player who's probably gotten a lot of criticism at Liverpool, but
rightly so.
Yes, just because he plays for Liverpool. But in this Wales team, like his the way he kind of sits in front of the defense and distributes the ball and keeps possession and all that, and kind of starts moves from deep. It's a very important role in the team, and he does it very well. And he doesn't have to be like the attack-minded playmaker, and there's other players who can take on that role, like Ramsey and Bale. So they complement each other well. Like the system that Chris Coleman has come up with, he's found a system that gets the best out of each and every player and makes them more than the sum of their parts, really.
And it helps to have such a standout player in Gareth Bale in the team. I think it's a really good model for showing how if you have this one world-class player, you can build a team around it, but make sure that the team unit is very strong.
Yeah.
Like if we contrast, say, to Sweden, segue into the Sweden-Ireland match. Now, Sweden have Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who's possibly won 19 trophies, I think he has.
A lot, anyway. Yeah.
Ridiculous amount of silverware.
Yeah.
In his
a lot of goals.
A lot of goals as well. But Sweden didn't really make him work. And Sweden didn't play very much cohesion in the Ireland match. There was a lot when they were going forward, they did look dangerous.
Yeah.
And that their wingers played quite well. But with the way Ireland managed to keep Ibrahimovic quiet, I think it really neutralised the Swedish attack, and so they seemed really stuck for options.
Well, you saw whenever Sweden got on the ball, their main kind of tactic was, get the ball, give it to Zlatan,
and he might do something.
And there was no real kind of obviously he's your star striker.
Yeah.
You expect him to finish off most of your attacking moves, but it wasn't like they were just trying to work the ball really cleverly or trying to get good passing moves or good wing play or anything. It was just literally just get the ball into Zlatan. That was it, And if that meant a long ball into the penalty area or anything like that, that then they do that. Like, it wasn't like clever. It wasn't like, we'll work to position and then set it up where in a way where Zlatan can't miss. Like,
or give them space or anything. Really wasn't effective in the Ireland match. I think Ireland played very well in the first 20 minutes, in that they were really attacking and forced Sweden to drop back a bit.
Yeah.
But that created a lot of space, which allowed Jeff Hendrick to play really well.
Jeff Hendrick and Hoolan really kind of dominated the midfield. I think
and Glenn Whelan, who's the epitome of the tireless midfielder.
Yeah,
works very, very hard for Ireland, and I cannot give him enough praise. He does the thankless job of tracking back and marking people and putting pressure on. And so it's stuff you really don't notice that much, but it's there.
He's a player who always gets lots of criticism from fans and also from like Eamon Dunphy. Is always criticizing him, like he really hates him. But he's really,
which is odd because John Giles seems to like him, and Eamon Dunphy will seldom disagree with Johnny Giles because he's the greatest player ever played for this country, baby.
Like he works really hard. He's a good tackler, but he's also got decent distribution as well. So like he's very important in that holding role. And I actually think he did a lot better than James McCarthy.
Yeah.
Who like I don't normally agree with Dunphy, but I do kind of agree that McCarthy he does need to show more responsibility. He does need to like
not be reckless in the tackle.
Be reckless in the tackle, yeah.
Like it's fine showing guile and determination and a willingness to get stuck in, but like if you're constantly a risk of getting booked or sent off, you're not doing your team any favors.
Yeah, you need to be smart. Like get on the ball, try and putting together some passing moves. Because he is a good creative player. He's a good attacking player, and so we need him because like. Realistically, we can't rely on Wes Hoolan forever. Like he's 34 now. It would even maybe be a stretch to expect him to make the next World Cup.
Exceptionally.
Like he's a bit of one of those players who just seems to get better with age. But
like a fine wine.
Like a fine wine. Yes.
Wes Hoolan, vintage 2016.
The Irish Pirlo.
I think there's a future for Wes in like the Italian league because I hear he can play to 50 there and like still perform.
Yes.
Was it Toffee's only retiring this year?
He actually signed a 1-year contract extension, so he's going to be there next season, 1 more year. So he's going to be like 40, 41 when he finishes up. It was the same with Javier Zanetti, the Inter Milan. Like. Yeah, so you can play forever there.
Or the MLS.
Yes.
Seen Robbie Keane. And I think it's worth talking about Robbie Keane being in the Ireland squad. And see, when you look at, say, like Gerrard over in the MLS, he's struggling a lot. Robbie's gone over there to great success because he's still treated it as, a proper league. He hasn't gone over expecting it to be any easier. I think he realizes that, he's getting older, but he still gives 110% playing for LA Galaxy, and that's why he's had such success.
Yeah, and it is important to have him in the squad. Like, he
could super sub sort of scenario there.
Sub, yeah. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the difference yesterday, but he wouldn't be surprised. Like even if he isn't playing well, he can still come up with a goal. Like I remember in the qualifying for the last World Cup, and we were in Sweden's group in that, and I remember one of the matches against Sweden. He wasn't playing particularly well, Keane, but he did come up with a very important goal.
We
didn't qualify, but
he's still handy to have there. But I think I was very happy, despite Ireland not winning in a match that they played a lot better than Sweden. I think I was very happy with the way Ireland were going forward, which is something that always gives me cause for concern, is Ireland's attacking prowess, because we don't really have that many good attacking players.
Yeah.
But I think Shane Long coming into such good form in the Premier League has sort of helped. John Walters being industrious and tireless in sort of not really an out and out striker, but sort of a dynamic winger, just switching to whichever side he's needed on.
Yeah.
And so that I think having those two players up there is very good. But Wes Houlihan and Jeff Hendrick were both committed to attack, and we were getting a lot of balls. We were getting it down the wing. We were putting in crosses. There was always someone on the outside of the box to collect a loose ball and whip it in. It was all very encouraging from Ireland. They weren't short of options either. They weren't.
The two fullbacks as well.
Robbie Brady's very good. Brady's a left winger though, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's kind of being forced to play left back. Yeah.
Yeah. Coleman started out as a midfield player as well. So we have two very attacking wing backs there, and they're getting forward as well. But like Ireland weren't trying just like the high ball over the top for Shane Long to chase. It was
foreign teams don't like the high ball.
I don't like high balls either. They're risky.
They're risky, and
if you're playing a possession game, it's not what
it's rare that they work. It's kind of hope for the best.
That's the thing. It's a nice thing to have in the Arsenal. It's like if we're stuck here, we're just lob one on it down. Shane Long might get on it, but
you don't want to be like Barcelona where everything has to be played along the ground. Sometimes to break down a team, you just have to whip in a good cross or a long ball to a big target.
And it was difficult to get crosses in because the Swedish team were very, very tall.
Yeah,
that's what I'm complimenting on, that they didn't just try the one tactic. They mixed it up a bit, which is very good to see.
Yeah.
So positive from Ireland, but it's going to be difficult to move on considering we only have 1 point, and this was the most winnable game.
Most winnable. We're kind of banking on winning this to trying to get through because if we'd beaten Sweden, then that's 3 points in the bank. And
we could have theoretically lost to Belgium and Italy.
Yeah.
And still maybe possibly have gotten through.
A draw would have probably
been enough.
Guaranteed to get through, and one draw against either Belgium or Italy, it's quite doable, I think.
I just think with this third place team going through, and it's the top 4 third place teams out of the 6 groups. Get to go through to the first knockout round, and it's just there's so much variability there because you don't know what's going to qualify for third place in each of the groups. There's just too many variables to try and predict. And it's pretty much at this stage Ireland's destiny is a little out of their hands unless they beat both Belgium and Italy.
It's unlikely.
It could happen.
It could happen.
We beat Germany. We've beaten the world champions.
But you're right. I mean, and that kind of affects how you're going to approach the game, because you think, do we play for draws in both games and hope that 3 points is enough to get us through, or do you go for the win and then risk losing? It's
a difficult situation to be in, but I think if Ireland just play the same football they've been playing, they're still responsible at the back. They keep attacking the way they've been attacking, which is they're responsible at the back, but they're relying on the creativity of Houlihan and getting a number of balls into the attacking third. And that we will have a chance. Because the one thing that they shouldn't do is sit back, because after they got the goal against Sweden, they sat back and let Sweden come at us.
But I have to say, when Sweden were having those kind of spells of possession and attacking dominance, I was a bit nervy. Maybe just because I'm an Irish fan, I'm more likely to be more nervy than if I was a neutral.
Waiting for things to go wrong.
But I kind of had a really bad feeling that Sweden were going to somehow get a goal.
They didn't. We scored 2, just one in the wrong net, and John O'Shea was very unlucky not to get one in.
Hendrick too.
It was very unlucky, I think, for Ireland not to get a result out of this, but that's football and we have to deal with that, go forward and try and get results out of Italy and Belgium. Now, we're going to move on to the England match. Because we're not going to talk about Irish selection. Though. I think the Irish team that's picked is probably the best team, and the way that Martin O'Neill ran the subs in was probably the best as well. There's not really that much to talk about formation and selection. Martin O'Neill's got it pretty spot on for the players that he has. England, on the other hand, This is the first time they played 4-3-3.
Yeah.
And it was.
To be fair, they were a lot better than they usually are.
Were they? But like
to be fair, they're usually quite rubbish.
They beat Germany in the warm-up last year, and they're playing 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
They played really well when they beat Germany. See, I think people are saying Wayne Rooney played good. He put in a few long diagonal balls. He didn't do anything spectacular.
Yeah.
You can't say that was a great performance. So that Dele Alli, Eric Dyer are fairly anonymous in that, aside from Dyer's phenomenal free kick. Remember, I was watching this on TV3 because that's the only channel that had the match. I think it's Sporty, TV3, BBC, and ITV have the matches.
Why do TV3 insist on?
I don't know, but you see, ITV have half the matches that BBC do. They split the England games.
Yeah.
We used to have ITV, but ITV now have a dedicated Ireland service that doesn't show football for reasons.
It's racist.
Yeah, it is. So Keith Andrews going, I don't know what Dyer's doing there, hanging around these free kicks. Wham! Go.
Quiet you.
Silence Keith Andrews. Prevent MK Dons. But aside from that, they didn't have that big a presence on the game. I know Dyer got man in the match because he scored the goal. I thought Kyle Walker deserved it because he was the only player on the ball the most, contributing most to their attacks.
Yeah, he was running wings around the Russian left back.
Let's see, Sterling had a poor game. He was getting down the wings, but his final ball wasn't great.
Yeah.
Lallana wasn't playing as a winger. Well, I don't know why to play 4-3.
He's a false number 10.
Yeah, he was drifting in quite a lot. But why play 4-3-3 if your other wing forward isn't going to play as a wing and he's going to keep dropping in? That's it. Kyle Walker was playing more as the wing forward than Adam Lallana was.
Yeah.
That's why Walker was on the ball so much. Lallana was in the centre, but he was playing okay in the first half. But after that, he didn't really do much. Harry Kane only had 3 shots on goal, but
he was kind of starved with service as well.
I know Alan Shearer was saying he should be dropped after the next. He was saying, look, give him another match, but if he doesn't perform, drop him for Wayne Rooney or Jamie Vardy.
I don't know. Maybe just trying to set the team up more to give him better service.
Yeah,
they just weren't, like you said, none of the midfielders really kind of dominating the possession and obviously they had most of the possession, but they weren't really using it very cleverly. And let's be honest, this was a dreadful Russian team. This is probably the worst I've ever seen Russia play.
And they're very, very lucky to have a great goalkeeper.
Yeah,
because he was coming out, he was gathering. Anytime England looked dangerous and putting crosses, he was just coming and gathering those balls.
Yeah,
very, very easy.
And I think the two experienced Russian centre backs, Berezovsky and Ignatievic, were both good as well. They dealt with a lot of what was thrown at them.
Even though people were pointing at that being the weak point of the Russian team, they were 2 very old centre halves.
Yeah.
And they weren't going to be able to keep up with it. But England were very, very profligate with their shooting. They just weren't. They had so many opportunities and they weren't finishing them, and ultimately they were punished for only scoring 1 goal from all that dominance.
Yeah,
and I really, really think it's down to the way that the team was set up. Okay, Sterling had a bad game. Kane didn't have the best game, but they didn't have the best game because the system wasn't there to allow them to thrive.
Yeah,
it's defense was good. I thought Gary Cahill pulled out to the right back position an awful lot more than I would have been comfortable with.
Yeah,
because Walker was getting forward so often. I thought,
and he had to do that because there was no real presence on the right wing.
And then when they had the ball, when Russia were going forward, it turned into a 5-man midfield with Lallana and Sterling dropping right back, and they were playing very flat just to sort of squeeze Russia off possession. But if you're going to play a 5-man midfield, you may as well play 4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
and make the most out of it, because Sterling was pushed up so high. There wasn't really any chance for him to get the overlap with Danny Rose, and anytime Danny Rose tried to get the overlap, he was pushed up too high, and Russia were able to get in. Then because Lallana wasn't playing as a winger properly, he was pulling into the centre. Walker was pushed up too high, and they couldn't get any service from the three midfield players who were playing very narrow. So it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Like they dominated possession because England had just simply had better players than Russia did.
Yeah.
They're able to keep the ball very well. But
they weren't really using it very cleverly.
No,
like you said there about Wayne Rooney got on the ball and made some
diagonal switch the play
passes. Yeah. I mean, that's all very well and good, and it looks nice when you pick up the ball. It's very big, long diagonal pass. But like, there's more to it playing, the midfield playmaker role than that. You actually have to, be constantly getting on the ball, dictating the tempo. Kind of, you have to be, always making yourself available for the pass. I think he wasn't really. He was just kind of just there, just making the pass. Like if you compare it to like, Iniesta for Spain against the Czech Republic yesterday, like he was everywhere.
Yeah.
Wherever the ball was, he wasn't too far away, and he was just pulling the strings. And Czech Republic, it was.
Rooney doesn't have the level of fitness to do that, I don't think.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously he's got a bit of pace on him, he's able to run, but I don't think he has the level to be able to follow the ball around the pitch all the time.
Yeah.
So I think it's really worrying that England weren't able to finish Russia off.
Mm-hmm.
And like, better teams will hit them hard.
Yeah.
If they're not able to convert the chances.
Well, yeah, like I think, Russia could probably be the weakest team in that group. Like we said, Wales looked very strong.
Yeah.
And Slovakia weren't too bad either.
Well, they're a team full of thugs.
We
didn't get a chance to bring up Martin Skirtle.
Yeah.
And you see, it wasn't even like he stuck his arm out and the elbow got caught in the Welsh player's face. He came across with his whole body weight.
Yeah.
All
you do is let the ball run out.
Yeah, and shield it out.
Yeah.
You can't. You listeners can't see me doing this, but imagine I'm standing up and you're standing just about an arm's width away, and I just shift all my weight onto my left foot and drive my elbow into your face.
It's a definite penalty.
Yeah.
But to be fair though, Slovakia, they did have their moments. Like there was near the end of the game when they were looking for the equaliser, they created some good chances. Hit the woodwork once or twice. And also around when they scored the equaliser, they were playing well. And also the opening few minutes, they were quite good. I think
Russia really stepped it up. Because they're not the best Russia have been in the past few years.
Yeah.
So I think they'd be very happy with the result, particularly to get the late goal.
Yeah.
Fans would be delighted. England are up against it. They're going to have to get a draw against Wales, at the very least.
Yeah.
If not win, and then beat Slovakia, which they should do, but they should have beat Russia as well.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. The referee for the England-Wales match is German. So if England do not win, we can hear a lot of complaining about how it was a German referee, even though I will point out that any sort of wars have been between the United Kingdom and Germany. So he's every reason to do it against the Welsh as against the English.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not accusing Felix Breich of going to go harsh on the English. But, if they were to entertain that notion, he'd do it equally.
So Wales versus England, that's on Thursday, I think.
Yeah, that's the Thursday match.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too.
Wales are a team with a very cohesive setup. Excuse me. They're a team with not a very cohesive setup, but arguably a lot more stronger players than Wales do. England have great strength in numbers. They have the potential to really light it up. They have two of the best strikers in Europe. I'm saying that Harry Kane and Jamie Vardy to score that many goals in the Premier League. I'm sorry, Lewandowski. Okay, it's not really that much a challenge in the Bundesliga when Bayern Munich just buy all the best players. And you really just play the next 4 or 5 teams are just playing catch up.
But
Whereas when you can go Dortmund having a record points haul and finishing second, and you can go, well done, you didn't let Bayern completely run away with it. It's not that big a challenge. But with the Premier League, I think, and having Kane and Vardy in it is very like England should be the most dangerous team going forward, and they really weren't.
But like we said, they have these two really good strikers, and they're not playing it to the best of their abilities. They're not getting the best out of them. No. Like as we said, Kane was starved of service there on whatever day it was. Saturday,
the 11th.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 days ago. We just deal with dates, people.
Okay, yeah. Like he was starved of service, and I was also looking in the friendlies. Vardy was the same. Like the reason he's done so well at Leicester is because
Mahrez putting balls into him.
Yeah, on the counter attack. Quick early balls over the top for him to chase because when
a bit like Shane Long.
Yes, when the opposition defense has pushed up and you hit them on the break, there's
a load of space to exploit.
And he just runs into that because
he's so quick. But England don't play like that. They like to dominate possession and try and get the ball in, but like hold on to it to stop the other team from attacking. I don't think Vardy fits into that setup very well.
Yeah.
Mind you, he can still score, but I think when England played him in the friendlies, they played him as a winger. They played him where Adam Lallana was playing.
Yeah.
Or like they played him and Rooney out wide and Kane in the centre. It's like that as a system is just not going to work.
Dreadful, yeah. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see Wales beat England. I think definitely the Welsh will keep the ball a lot better than Russia did because Russians were absolutely dreadful at keeping possession the other night. Every time they got on the ball, they kept trying to launch long passes that just went out over the touchline. And Wales will keep the ball a lot better. Up front, Bale and Ramsey will really test that English defence. So
see how good Gary Cahill and Smalling are, and will Roy Hodgson regret not bringing another centre half? Probably not.
I don't really have a problem with it because I think I'd still count Dyer as a centre half.
Yeah,
because he can play there.
I think the England media are just making a really big deal out of this.
Yeah,
and I think it's nice to have 4 centre halves there, but with Eric Dyer covering, I think Hodgson's just hedging his bets and going, look, that I can have this midfielder play there as well if needs be.
Yeah, when you can only pick 23 players, you have to be kind of smart. And
although, how many strikers did he pick? 5 for one position.
5 for
and no Theo Walcott. That's
even Ireland, who more often play 2 up front. Even we only brought 4 strikers.
Yeah.
Most countries have only brought 2 or 3 strikers, and maybe a winger who can play as a striker.
Well, Germany only have 3.
They've got Mario Gomez and Lucas Podolski are their only what you call out and out strikers. Muller and Schürrle are wingers who can play as a striker.
Yeah. Germany played okay. I think watching them play was very sort of tight. They were holding possession.
I can't say too much about this because I actually didn't get to see this.
You didn't get to see the Germany match?
No.
No, it was Germany didn't play particularly inspiring football, and they still managed to win. I don't think Ukraine were ever in with a shout of scoring.
Yeah.
So it's
a bit disappointing because the last 2 World Cups, Germany in both their opening games, they both won 4-0.
Yeah, not 2-0, not too bad. Schweinsteiger scoring fantastic. They had been on the pitch only a few minutes and scored a fantastic goal on the break.
Yeah.
I think everyone who was sort of important got a run. I think Schürrle came on. I think Draxler was starting, but Schürrle came on. They're just making sure everyone got a run in towards the end. So I think everyone's got a bit of match fitness. And their next match is against Poland. That's going to be difficult. They say
Poland beat them in qualifying.
Yeah, you would have thought that they would have stopped teams who were in the same qualifying group getting drawn in the same group, but however. So Poland's going to be a difficult match, and then Northern Ireland is their last match. I think Northern Ireland are just probably going to have to do what we in the Republic did in the last World Cup and just sit back and try and enjoy the Germany performance.
Yeah.
What did they beat us? 7? What was it?
6-1.
6-1. So it was more after 2. It was
not as bad as what they did to Brazil.
No. It's like a Brazil. We got knocked out of the Special Copa America.
By Peru, who are managed by former Newcastle legend Alberto Solano. So I'm happy enough with that.
I thought you were going to say Joe Kinnear there.
If he masterminded a win Brazil, I'd be.
Would you have to take back everything you said about him?
I probably wonder what I'd smoked.
So how would Joe Kinnear manage in like address? I think that would suit in Brazil. They all just have first names. It's Fred.
Yeah. Fred, Joe, Oscar.
Yeah, no, I think Hulk. I think Joe Kinnear, when they're all just one name and that are very distinct, I think Joe Kinnear would manage. So Joe Kinnear, next Brazil manager. Okay, so really the match that impressed that I enjoyed watching quite a bit was the Croatia-Turkey match.
Again, I missed this because I have business to attend to in Dublin.
Oh, big man, big city.
Big city, yeah.
And I'm
the bigger fish to fry.
And while I was out in some island off the coast of Africa, I believe Reunion or something like that. It had a French flag. Okay, it's not my fault. All the French overseas departments all just had the French flag as their flag. You wander into one embassy. You think it's France.
Good old France.
Good old France. But no, I thought it was just interesting to watch. I think they're two very different tactical systems. Turkey playing much more knocking it around a bit more in midfield. Contrast to Croatia, when they got the ball, they went to. No, don't do that. Oh, does it go straight to it?
Yeah.
All right. No, we're just trying to get at the screen. I thought that usually when you do that, it brings you to the UEFA report. You see, Turkey played a 4-3-3, sort of similar to the way England played, but their central midfield sort of knocked it around a bit more. The wingers dropped back to get forward. And it was constantly looking for the overlap between who was out wide and that.
Yeah.
Croatia, what they did when they got the ball, they gave it to the wingers and they ran. They ran straight, and it was hilarious because you'd see the winger would have the ball going up in the wing. Modric would sort of pull up, and then you'd have Rakitic and Perisic all in a line running up with them, and then the striker as well. So they just had so much. They got forward. They got the ball down the wing, had so many people in the middle. But I think Croatia didn't play that well. And so you could see Rakitic and Modric getting really frustrated with the other players. They were giving them the ball and they weren't doing very much with it.
No, I didn't get, like I said, I didn't get to see this match, but I was looking at the team setups and I was quite interested by them. But one thing I noticed was Croatia going in central midfield. To partner Modric, they go with this guy Badelj.
Yeah, Milan Badelj. Who plays for Fiorentina.
Yeah,
very good.
More of a defensive midfielder, which
I think
is interesting because in the World Cup they went with three playmakers in central midfield. They had Modric, Rakitic, and Real Madrid playmaker Kovacic, and they, there was nobody kind of sitting back to cover the defence and to allow those attacking midfield playmakers to get forward, and I think that's probably why they suffered big defeats at the hands of Brazil and Mexico. But
so having him there is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Mind you, I thought Croatia would have been able to put more past Turkey, but fair play to Turkey for getting men back.
I do think Turkey's greatest strength is their midfield. There's a lot of quality there, like Arda Turan, obviously we know him from Barcelona. Calhanoglu.
Well, that's what. Why do all the players have to have difficult names? You see, I kind of got around the thing with the sort of Slavic names. The C thing you just pronounce like CH. Yeah. So I'll try and pronounce the Croatian manager's name is Chacic. Yeah. Anyway, this is a minefield, but that was a match I just enjoyed watching. I also have to say the Croatia home jersey. So they weren't wearing as much as my favourite. I like the sort of the hatched red and white.
It's an interesting take. It's on their jersey because I always liked Croatian jerseys in general. Like I like the red and white.
So tiled.
Yeah. This looks like a Salvador Dali take on. It's just kind of like.
I do love that. I think Croatia should change their flag to just the red and white sort of squares, a bit like the Bavarian flag.
Yeah.
because this is the problem with all the Slavic flags. They're all red, white, and blue. Like sort of horizontal bars with maybe a crest to separate them.
Yeah.
So, Croatia...
We don't have time to learn the difference between the different crests.
Well, the Croatian ones is the red and white.
Yeah.
The coat of arms in the centre. So that one's quite distinct. But with Slovenia and Slovakia, the crest is very similar and it's in the exact same place.
Damn it, guys.
Damn it, guys. Come on. Get your act together. Spain fairly... I would say they'd be unhappy not to have scored more.
Yeah, I think it was a very back to the wall performance from the Czech Republic. Although they're unlucky not to score themselves. Like there was Fabregas with a big goal line clearance. De Gea had 1 or 2 saves to make. But
good to see De Gea starting.
Yeah. Spain, they're very slow in possession. They're passing it around a lot, but I don't know. They should have shown a bit more cutting edge for me. Like they don't look like contender, like potential winners. Yeah,
they'll go deep into the tournament.
They will. Yeah,
they seem to lack at the cutting edge they had. Well, mind you, you said the dominant Spain team won everything 1-0.
Yeah,
so they never really had.
And it is at this moment in time. I think it is impossible for me anyway to pick out a potential winner. Like after looking at, we haven't seen the final group yet
from Group F, but like even looking at Belgium, were the the highest ranked team coming into the tournament, second in the world, only to Argentina. She got well and truly beaten by Italy.
Yeah, Belgium were really poor. Like they, for all the talent they have, they're like the opposite to Wales. Like Wales have a very definite system that gets the best out of each and every player, and everyone knows their role. Belgium have so much talent, but it's like they don't know the best way to play.
Look at this, like you got Courtois, Vertonghen, Vermaelen, Alderweireld, Axel Witsel, Eden Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne, Marouane Fellaini, Romelu Lukaku, and the highlight of the team, Jordan Lukaku.
Jordan Lukaku. Yeah.
And I'm actually looking at the subs that they made during the match. All they brought on were forwards.
Yeah, Carrasco has had an excellent season for Atletico Madrid. Origi for Liverpool. Dries Mertens, really good winger for Napoli. But I do agree that they are like a team of individuals. Like they don't seem to be able to play well together. They don't. Unlike the Italians, they don't seem to have that, almost fanatical passion for playing for their country.
Like every Italian player really steps it up. Buffon's still playing.
Yes. What age is he?
I'm not really familiar with that many of the Italian players anymore. Like it would have been a couple of years ago. He's 1978.
38.
Although for a goalkeeper, mind.
Yeah.
That's less than I actually thought he was older.
Yeah.
But
it was a very familiar back three: Barzagli, Bonucci, and Chiellini, the three Juventus men. So that's good because they're used to playing with each other anyway in that system. Like they know each other's games, so they're always.
I think it was more poor performance than Belgium than a great one from Italy.
Yeah, I did think in the first half Italy did look a bit toothless, but they defended really well, and
which is all we've seen the 3-man defense come back a bit.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that since the 80s.
Yeah,
or if you're German, since the very late 90s. Bayern Munich were still playing sort of 5/3-man defense, well beyond the point that it had become outdated.
Yeah, and then also Daniele De Rossi sitting in front of those three, so that was really hard to
break down.
And they were quite clinical on the counter attack. Especially that second goal they scored, they really just carved Belgium open. But their greatest strength was in their defense, and Belgium, apart from one Lukaku chance where they did nearly catch out Italy, apart from that Lukaku chance, Belgium never looked like scoring really.
No, they didn't.
I think there was one or two long shots from Nainggolan early in the first half.
When you think Hazard has not been firing on all cylinders. De Bruyne, you would expect him and Lukaku.
De Bruyne, I think it was almost like the same problem with with our own James McCarthy. Like it's like he doesn't want to like take on the responsibility of getting on the ball, pulling the strings. Like the ball would be passed out to him, and he'd try and cross it in, but it would be a very
weak
cross, and it was like he didn't want to like show the kind of the determination. Like he didn't want to like make things happen. Like,
yeah, so he was just lacking in passion.
Yeah,
really. So Belgium are going to have to get 2 wins to sort of see themselves through. So it's the group Ireland's in is a little open at the moment because at the moment we're ahead of Belgium.
Yeah.
So
Italy, and Italy are going to be a really tough nut to crack.
It's going to be difficult to speculate.
I would have thought, like with all the attacking talent Belgium had, that they'd at least put at least 1 goal past Italy. Like I know Italy have a very good defense, but I thought
nothing. So
I thought the pace of their wingers and the strength of Lukaku would.
And we play Belgium next in 4 days, and they're going to be licking their wounds from being shown up.
Yeah.
Now.
I think Italy are.
Oh no, it's well and truly good. Oh no, we're back. We're back.
What did you do?
I plugged out the battery. That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I knew what
technology.
Yeah, there's a problem here. I think a driver must have frozen. That's all.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sorry for that moment of confusion.
Anyway, we're coming up to the end, so we're going. The favourites into this tournament were France. I just want to get a word on that. How are France? Is it just because they're playing on home soil?
Well, also there's this. France are having they have a bit of a golden generation now at the moment as well. Like there's but to be fair, there's a lot of talent there. Pogba, Matuidi, Griezmann, Payet. There's
but. I don't know. There's just something about France that seems a little unproven.
I think in this podcast, France are probably to me what England are to you. I probably have a bit more of a liking for them than you do, just as you have more of a liking of England than I do.
I'd say there's 5 Spurs players in the England squad, so I'm showing my bias, but I can say my favourite. Like I said, I'm supporting Ireland all the way through this tournament.
Me too, yes.
Obviously, but my pet team has always been Germany. But for this tournament, I'm going to put on Wales because I enjoyed their match quite a lot.
Yes, and Wales won me over with their win.
So that Wales are our dark horse. Then.
Yes, yeah.
So, but I'm just skeptical on France because if everyone's saying that they're the favourites that
you just want to be different.
No, it raises alarm bells for me is that no one's really questioning this sort of thing with France. If they're out and out favourites, and it's like, well, no one's bringing up the flaws, and there's bound to be flaws.
Yeah.
So they're willing to overlook it because they more want France to win.
Well, a few months ago, I said I fancied France to win this tournament, but then when the final squads were announced, I was a bit more skeptical because, a lot of it has been down to injuries, but France's defence is looking.
Patrice Evra wasn't great.
Well, the fullbacks are quite old. I would have liked to have seen somebody like Benjamin Mendy of Marseille in there. He was a very good young left back.
Rate him quite highly now. One of the few French players I actually know.
And we also have Varane of Real Madrid, who's a really talented young centre back who's missing out because of injury.
Yeah, but
Sacco, who hasn't been great at Liverpool, but he plays really well for the national team. But he was at out because he was suspended by FIFA over they were investigating him over substance abuse, and then he was cleared of it after the squads were announced,
which is a little annoying. But no, I'm not doubting that France have a strong squad. I don't think they have the best squad, but I do.
To be fair, though, did Germany have the best team in the last World Cup?
I would have said they had.
Okay. That if I put it like that, were Germany at their best in the last World Cup? Is how I should say it.
No, okay, they weren't.
And Argentina, who got to the final, were they? Was that an amazing Argentina team?
Absolutely not. It was carried by Javier Mascherano.
Yes.
So, okay, it is on home soil, but that's my main sticking point in this. A lot of people seem to just be backing the French spirit on this.
Yeah. But to be fair, France has hosted 2 tournaments in the past, and they won both.
So I don't know. Team spirit is very fickle because it's a thing that takes so very long to build up.
Yeah.
And can go wrong very, very quickly.
Yeah. But the thing is with the French, you go back to the 2010 World Cup where there was like a player revolt against their manager.
Yeah.
But I think
that you think that's sorted.
I do. One thing I really like about Didier Deschamps is that he's really kind of built up a better team spirit. He doesn't have time for big egos like today. He got rid of
dropped Benzema, Ben Arfa.
Dropped Benzema, dropped Nasri and Ribéry just because it was more about team players and team spirit,
which is good.
It's good, and
that you see.
To be fair, they were a lot better in the last World Cup because they had a very poor 2010 World Cup. They weren't great in the 2012 Euros. But they did well.
Yeah, no,
I would admit they still look like a work in progress. But that's why I think they'll do a lot better.
Okay, you did say it's difficult to pick a winner, but are you putting them as your favourites?
After round 1 of pictures, no. At this, if you were to press me for an answer right now, I'd say Italy.
Okay, and so I'm actually completely lost for it because it's difficult to see any one team perform. Like no one's really.
It was like that in the World Cup though. Like there was no one really standout amazing team. And eventual winners Germany. Like
I'd back Germany before the tournament.
I did back Germany.
Mind you, I nearly pulled out of that after Royce got injured. I was like.
But come on,
they're not
Muller, Draxler, Charlotte. It's not like they're stuck in the wing positions.
I like Royce.
I like Royce too. So I've gone through kind of 3 phases of who I thought would win. Before the squads were announced, I said France. After the squads were announced, I said Germany. After the first round of fixtures, I'm saying Italy. And Wales will probably go on and win it now.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be unhappy if Wales won it, but like it's a very open tournament, so hopefully the football will open up a bit more and we can make a proper call after the group stages. But I'm saying. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a Germany-France final. Actually, I don't know how this draw works out.
Yeah, because it could be that they couldn't
possibly get. Look, it depends. Germany are going to go far. So are France.
So are Italy.
So Spain will probably go far.
Belgium won't. We did think. But before this tournament, I thought it's hard to pick a winner. But I thought Germany, France will go far. I thought maybe Belgium. But now I think Belgium won't go very far.
Ahead of
quarterfinals max, I think.
Yeah, Belgium. You see, I would like England to do well in this tournament, but I think anytime they come up, they always have great records in qualifying because they come up against teams that are a lot poorer, and they'll get good performances every now and again. But when they come to a finals, they're playing against teams that are all of a very high standard, and then the smaller teams who mightn't be at England standard always up their game. Yeah, because they might see Algeria in the last World Cup.
Yeah.
So they'll always take a step up.
Yeah.
So I think
you also got some teams who just have absolute passion for playing for the country, where playing for the country really means something. Like they just love.
Yeah, I felt
putting on that shirt. And I don't really get that with England.
No, you can see it with a few players, but not.
There are a few players, but there's still a lot.
No, there are too many questions, and as soon as they come up against a good team, they'll get knocked out.
Yeah. So of all the big teams who we think will go far, I think Germany, France, Italy. I wouldn't be surprised to see a smaller team, a dark horse, go far. Maybe Wales.
It's difficult to pick it out because you have when it's the World Cup, it's the top of the top.
Yeah.
But particularly in Europe, there's such a strong sort of midfield behind that. You never know who's going to crop out.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing Iceland play today because I do like their team and I like the way they play. They play a 4-4-2, and again, they have that incredible team spirit. So I'd like to see them do well.
Yeah, Iceland,
also Austria, who a lot of people are saying are going to be dark horses.
Austria are playing Hungary.
The Habsburg derby. That's not an official title. That's just what I came up with.
I think I'm
being a historian.
Gonna run with that. I did see a pictures like of Franz Ferdinand's like, Duke, Austria are playing Hungary. What? I mean, who are they playing? This is the same country.
It's Austro-Hungarian Civil War.
It's just it's a very strange scenario that we're in at the moment. That it is so open. We can't even pick a winner.
Yeah.
And normally I'd be very definite on this. Go, oh yeah, definitely this person. No, my PlayStation's just turned off. I left it idle for too long. Oh well. No, I wasn't winning anyway. So, and I think that concludes our first Euro podcast, listeners. So we're going to try and make our way from Montpellier to somewhere that does have football.
Where is the football?
I don't know. Let's just head east. We'll eventually hit soccer.
I think. Okay.
That seems like the best plan.
We might eventually hit Austria
or Switzerland, or somewhere like that. Look, if we reach a border patrol, we've gone too far. Anyway, thanks very much for listening. We'll be back very shortly. We don't know whenever we can actually find time.
Yes.
So in the meantime, enjoy your football, and thank you very much for listening.